If you aren't manifesting, the chances are you're living in survival, and it seems like you're stuck in this vicious cycle. But the good news is, I'm going to share the most practical advice that is going to drag you out of this misery. Because I did not start manifesting until I learned how to get out of my survival state. Now, maybe you're trying to increase your vibration and use positive affirmations consciously, but on an unconscious level, if your nervous system is in survival, it's hard, if not impossible, to change your reality. Now, from time to time, I do get stuck in the survival state, but I have found a way to easily come out of it. And the first thing that I had to learn was to learning about my triggers. Now, I had to be self-aware about what are the things that upset me, what are the things that make me frustrated, that makes me angry, that puts me in that survival state. And when I was reflecting on my life and my days, I found out I was really worrying about my future. And when you're worrying about your future, you're now going to be in a survival state. Another thing that I found that I was doing was putting me in survival was always thinking about what's my next move, what's my next step, what is my next video idea. So when you are always thinking about something and you're not present, because now for me, my issue is I always chase a goal. And when I am chasing a goal, I'm not able to live in the present, even though my present might be secure, I might be safe. But me thinking about my future puts me in a survival state. One really great thing about learning about your triggers is that you become more self-aware, because now you're not just noticing what makes you upset, but you also notice where is this coming from. And you will find out that most of your beliefs, most of your habits were passed down by your parents. And looking at your mother and your father, their patterns, you will find out that it was also not theirs. They were passed down from generation to generation. But we are living in this beautiful time where we are self-aware. The awareness that we have today, nobody had that awareness before. So consider yourself lucky that you have these triggers. I know it might sound crappy, but see this as an opportunity, because now you can stop this here. You don't want to carry this to the next generation, because if you are not healing from these triggers, you're not becoming aware, you are going to stay stuck in survival. And as I said, when you're stuck in survival, you're not able to manifest your dream reality. Because when you are in survival, you're only thinking about solving the problems in the present, which again, because unconsciously you are always thinking about the future or thinking about survival, that's gonna keep you in that vicious cycle. One thing that really helped me doing this practice was to writing down all my triggers and my patterns, because once I had that in my notebook or in my phone, now I could easily see what are the things that made me upset, so that I can either avoid the situation or I can choose to react in a different way. And when you, let's say, reacting in a different way, now you're repeating the same process. You might not succeed, you know, all the time, but as you practice, you become better. And when you become better, you now are also embedding this new pattern, new thought, new habit in your subconscious that helps you to embody this new personality who don't have these triggers, who don't get upset by the things that you are getting upset by today. And you start to feel more in control, because you being in survival means you are losing control of your life. You feel like everything is not in your control and your external environment is controlling your life. But when we start to understand our triggers, when we start to make that change, now we gain that power, our inner power, and from this place, now you create your external environment. Okay, now we have learned about triggers. Now the main practices that we have to do that is going to help you to be present is through meditation. If you don't meditate, I want you to go to my channel, go to my podcast, check out the meditation that I have. I also have a meditate like a monk challenge. I want you to start there. I'll leave the link here as well. But when you meditate, what happens? When you're meditating, you are bringing all your awareness from the future, from the past to the present. Now you're bringing your awareness to your body, to your breath, to the environment around you. And when that is happening, which means you're living in the present. And when you are in the present, Now, you're not in survival. I understand that meditation is not for everyone, but instead of seeing this practice as meditation, see that practice to be more present. And when you even spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the morning or in the evening, so the first thing that you're doing, instead of picking up your phone, instead of thinking about all the things you have to do, thinking about all the issues and challenges you're going through in your life, and through meditation, you're calming all those noises down. And when you're able to achieve that state where you are more in control, where you control your reality, now you first are not living in that survival. Second, now your brain is going to think about creation, how you are going to create your reality, how you are going to thrive instead of survive. Now, in my meditation journey, I've been meditating for more than 7 years, almost every day. And I remember there were some days when I was not meditating. I could tell that I am going back to that survival mode because now I'm getting reacted. Okay, I think this is the biggest claim I'm going to make. Meditation has helped me to go from being depressed to live a life with no meaning, being hopeless, to stepping into my power, gaining clarity, and to really manifesting my goals and living the life that I wanted to live 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and even 2 years ago. I would give all the credit to meditation, because without meditation, I wouldn't have been able to quiet that noise in my mind, those voices, those inner critics, that you can't do this. You're stuck in the reality. Think about survival. I had to separate myself from that reality I was living in to invite more abundance, to invite those manifestations to really come in that physical reality. Now, with meditation, I also practice one more thing that really helped me, that gave me more instant benefits, because meditation can take some time, because first you're also learning, you're also going through a lot of challenges. Your mind was the biggest challenge. But this one practice can instantly put you in a safe space, or sometimes we call it green zone. So, how to go in this green zone from the red zone is by using your breath. But now we are not focusing on the passive breathing, we are focusing on the active breathing, or conscious breathing. Now, there's one practice that is really helpful, and I'm going to share this with you now, and we are going to practice this. And you can see the results instantly with you. And if you do, please let me know in the comments. And this practice is called vagal breathing, because we have a vagus nerve that is connected to the nervous system. And this is responsible to put you in the survival state, or the safe or rest and digest state. Now, how you are going to activate this vagus nerve is by breathing from your nose on a count of 4, breathing out from your nose on a count of 4, and then holding your breath. Now, if you want, let's just give it a try. Close your eyes and find your most comfortable position. And first, before we start this practice, I want you to exhale fully from your mouth. Now, inhale from your nose on 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale from your nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. All right, now you can breathe naturally. And if you're already feeling a little bit of difference, maybe you're more present, let me know in the comments. Share it with other people, because these practices are so powerful, and this can change your life, because it has changed mine. And I want to give this information, I want to spread this information to the world. So please, if you can, leave a comment, press the like button on the video, because this is going to really help me to reach a wider audience. But you can practice this for 5 minutes, because we only did for a minute. I want you to practice it for at least 5 minutes to see the maximum results. And if you have more time, practice it for 10 minutes. And I also have a lot of meditations on my channel as well, so you can check that out as well. So if you can keep yourself away from these triggers and probably learn a better way to deal with them, you are going to stay in your happy zone, in your green zone, because we do need the survival state. You need to understand that. We do need that because it's evolution. We can't change that. But you don't need to be in survival when you're sitting on your couch, when you're watching something, when you're reading something. That's what we are trying to do here. Because when you're always stressed, now survival state is also a lower frequency, right? When you're vibrating at a lower frequency, you are not going to attract things that you want, which are beautiful things that are vibrating at a higher frequency. So if you don't want to manifest, if you don't want to do any of the practices, all I ask you is to be present, to feel safe, to feel secure. And if you want to learn more, you can check these videos and I'll leave the link in the description as well.